cast my line out far. Something about the water makes me wonder. Rod in hand, peaceful mind. Time moves slow, leave it all behind. While we fish, is it more than what we catch? While we fish, maybe peace is all we lack. While we fish.
All right, folks. Well, today we've well, you have to have bait, Dave.
Yeah, that helps. I don't know, I thought they liked the hook.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah.
I caught a gag in the bay the other day on a bear jig, so... Oh! So we're out here today, out in the Gulf of America. And we're fishing with our good friend David from Fish Reveal. And we haven't filmed pretty much most of the morning. It was windy as all get out. Still a little windy. We had to go on anchor actually and get it done that way. But we're fishing a spot that I told the guys, I said it's two little individual rocks and it's not the easiest thing to get to. But I said I think I can get on these rocks with the anchor, and sure enough we got on the first one and the second one's behind us. So Chad lost a big one. Dave's caught a couple that were right close to being keepers, and so we're utilizing actually the Fish Reveal, because if you go on the Navionics and you look for it, you'll never see these two little rocks. And on the Fish Reveal, they're plain as day. They're right there, and I call this spot gags galore because we've done extremely well with gags here. But we've caught some nice snapper too, right on this spot. And in just a little bit, we'll get with Dave and talk about what's coming up and what's going to be new. And I can tell you this for right now, it's pretty exciting what he's got coming up. I didn't even know I had that fish on there. I call it gags galore and I'm catching red grouper. Come on, man.
I think that's the first red
Yeah.
anybody's caught here.
But he's got some big things that are coming out, and it will actually enhance your fishing experience so much more. I'm just waiting for Dave to catch a fish so I don't turn off the camera too soon.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna keep. Nice mango.
Big old mango.
He will keep.
Damn!
No, big old white bait.
Dude, I can't get bit. I did not expect that.
No, I didn't either. Thought it was going to be a smaller gag.
Yeah. So Dave, why don't you tell us what you got going on with Fish Reveal?
Well, what we're building right now is we're building all wind, tide, and solunar data, and that's going to be added on your fish log automatically. So when you come in and you mark a spot, put some fish on it, we're going to track the ocean temperatures, the currents, the solunar data, so you can actually see how that impacts your catch and how it impacts the fish and where the fish move during different currents and things like that. So over time, what we're going to be able to do with that data is we're going to be able to feed back to you like recommendations on where to catch certain species for you based on your own data. So I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Oh, that's
but
awesome.
The first phase is going to be collected data, so everybody will be able to go out and it'll log everything that we have available. So that's wind, water temperature, current and solunar information, along with moon cycle and all of that, and barometric pressure. Like, we have a lot of data points that we'll be tracking, and all that will be attached to your fish log, so you'll be able to see that data if you care about it. But ultimately, it'll lead to a situation where if I want to go target gags on a certain day in certain conditions, we can suggest where to go. So that's the hope with it longer term.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and that should be added to the app here within the next 30 to 60 days. We've already got the back end build, so that's gonna. It's just a matter of incorporating it into the app now. And unlike a lot of other apps where you don't realize these buoys you're looking at, they don't update that often. Ours is pulling data down every 6 minutes. So if the buoy is providing new information, which sometimes they delay, it'll come right out to you. Of course, you'll need an internet connection, but when you go offshore, it'll pull that data down to your phone, so you'll have all that data stored with you, no matter if you're off on cell or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, there's so many times I come out here and pick a spot and go, man, when did I fish this? But now with the log, I can go in and go, oh yeah, it was March 15th, blah, blah, blah. And I know then it's either A, going to be a spot that I want to fish or I don't want to fish. So creating that log is huge, and I can go back and look at all of the fish that we've caught in that location and determine what I want to fish for. But now with this information that you're giving us, it's going to get even better.
Yeah, I think that the whole thing with when it comes to fishing is like you make waypoints, but everybody forgets. Ooh!
There you go.
Ooh! Decent fish.
Looks like another snapper.
I don't think that's a snapper. If it is, it's a monster.
The way he's coming up,
I think it's a gag. We'll see.
Stop fighting there.
We'll see.
Oh yeah, it's a gag. No, it's a red.
That's a big red.
That's a
Woo!
red. You got the. Give me the.
Yeah, just in case. He might pop the leader on that.
There you go.
Yeah, he felt like a gag until he gave up. I knew it was a good fish. I was like, man, that's a snapper.
Yeah. I mean, at first I thought,
hey, that's a good 23 inch or 24 inch fish.
At least.
Yeah. I'm not going to complain about that. In 63 feet of water.
Nope. We didn't catch one that big in 200 feet of water, right, Chad? No. We didn't. We caught one that was barely a keeper. Look at that one, Chad.
That's a nice fish, huh?
Nice.
Yeah.
Does he have a dozen jig?
No.
He does not have a single jig, so that's not your culprit. Yep, you're going in the box.
So yeah, that's the cool thing about the fish reveal is they're constantly working on new stuff to be able to help you enhance your fishing experience and to be able to log your catches. I don't think that there's another app out there that does that, is there?
There's none that I'm aware of that does what we do, with the ability to track species, bait used, and with the additional buoy data, it'll be, I mean, the bottom line is with a waypoint, you've only got whatever you name it, right? You know when it was created, you don't know how many times you fished it, any of that. And so I think as people start using the catch log, they're really going to understand the value of being able to see a spot every time you fished it, the time, dates, how long you fished the spot, what you caught. Like, it's basically a captain's log, you know, digitally.
Yeah.
And it prompts you to do it, so it's not like you got to even remember to do it. You drive off the spot, it says, hey, rate the spot. And it automatically tags it with, if there's a spot within the area, it automatically ties it to it, so you've got a log of all the times you fished that spot.
Nice.
So we try to make, you know, something that I would use because I'm notorious about not making good notes.
Yeah.
And so this kind of does a lot of that for you. If you want to get real granular and say everything about the spot, you can do that. But you don't have to do that. You can just rate it and say, oh, that's a 5-star spot, that's a 1-star spot. But you could say, you know, I was using live shrimp. I caught this many keeper red grouper. I caught this many keeper mangoes. I caught this many non-keepers. You can get really detailed with it.
Yeah.
It just depends on how much time you want to spend entering the data. But if you want to just pop a rating and go, it takes 2 seconds and you're off to the next spot.
Yeah, typically what I do is if I rate a spot, I'll definitely put in what species we caught there. It already logs the time of day and date that you were there,
Yep.
so that's pretty cool too, because you have that, like I said, I can go back and go, oh yeah, we fished this in March, or we fished this in December or June or whatever. And that's the cool thing about it, is that when you create that log, you have all that information at your fingertips, and now in the very, very near future, you're going to be able to take the wind the salooners, all of that information, the weather, and tie it into that waypoint. And that's so cool to be able to do that. And it just gives you a better understanding of the fish and how the fish move around, because they do have tails, right, Chad? So those are big things coming to Fish Reveal, and that's just going to be an add-on, right? That's for everybody that's subscribed.
100%. Even the guys that are using it outside of like our HD area, it's free. Like you can download the app right now. You get your catch logs. You're going to get your buoy information. You're going to get your navigation, all the things that you normally get in a paid app. You can get for free in Fish Reveal right now. So even if you don't want our HD bottoms, I think that, to my knowledge, there's no app doing what we do for free.
Yeah.
So, you know, even if you're outside of our coverage area for HD bottoms, and we hope to change that soon, the app's still definitely worth using just for catch logs and the navigation, and soon enough your wind and buoy data alone.
Right.
So.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to that for sure. Whatever I can use technology-wise to make me a better fisherman, I'm definitely going to do it. Excuse me? He doesn't have the mic on today, so
I think he said you need it.
He's a little butthurt. You got all your hogfish over here, though. Chad said he was gonna give me grief all day because he absolutely hates fishing north of the pipeline. But I mean, I'm not a big fan of it, but I thought the storms were going to be to the south of us, which they were, but they dissipated and they actually moved offshore. So we couldn't. It was solid. Plus, we catch more gags actually north of the pipeline. We do.
Yeah.
It's called the catch log, Chad, in the Fish Review. Oh Lord. How many fish have you lost here? A lot. Yeah. Shut down the bite. Well, folks, that was a fun time in the water, and I hope you guys got a better understanding of Fish Reveal and what it's all. What is that?
That red grouper has that and 4 pinfish in his belly.
Oh my Lord. Hungry. But he's got some really new exciting things coming up. So if you guys already have Fish Reveal, I highly recommend looking out for these new releases. We'll definitely let you know when they're released, so you have a good idea of when they are released. But it was a fun day in the water. We came back a little early. We didn't want to get into the storms. I'm looking at a storm that's building right now. So we just came back early. Caught some hogfish. We caught some red grouper, mangrove snapper. We had some gags. Lost some gags. Lost some decent fish. So overall, it was fun. It was a little rough. It was pretty rough in the morning. You would see solid 2 to 3s. Yeah, solid 2 to 3s every 3 seconds. So the Stamus did great with that, but I'm having a connection issue with my power pole charge to my batteries, and I know where it's at. I just got to get down and fix it. But we had to get on anchor, which I don't mind, and we anchored on 2 little individual rocks, and we got our butts handed to us a couple times, but it happens. They wouldn't touch 40-pound leader at all, would they, Chad? At all. Would not touch. As soon as he dropped to what did you drop? 20? He got hit immediately. So anyway, again, Dave, thanks for coming out. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yep.
Always
and excited to see what you got coming out. I know you're always constantly working on that stuff, which is great. It's awesome for us. It's awesome for him. So if you don't have Fish Reveal yet, I highly recommend it. You can go to fishreveal.com. You can go to the App Store, the Android store, and get the app, download it. You can trial it for 7 days, right?
7 days for free, yep.
Yep, and a lot of it is free. Now, the HD maps and stuff like that are not free. So you would have to pay for that, but it's well worth it. And trust me, by 2026, they're going to have a certain amount of
Yeah, we're going to see the entire coastline probably to 80 and 100 feet. So
yeah. And that's all throughout Florida. That's just not certain areas. The entire state of Florida, all the way
side too. Yep.
Yeah, Atlantic side all the way to Pensacola. So there's not going to be any secret spots out to possibly 100 feet.
Catch them early.
And then by 2028-ish, they're talking about it's going to go out to the continental shelf.
That's right.
So at that point, there will not be any secret spots. But I think what will happen is it will spread a lot of people out, because a lot of people are concentrated in the areas that are
covered,
already
yeah.
mapped right now, which is still a large area, especially in our area, but still it does congregate people in certain areas. So I think that's going to help spread out people a little bit, but some people are going to lose their private spots.
Yeah, that's true.
Unfortunately.
That's
But
true.
it is fishing, it's technology, and there's not much you can do about it.
Yeah, you can't own the water. That's the reality of it.
No,
So.
you can't. So again, Dave, thank you very much for coming out. We appreciate all the support you give us. I hope we're reciprocal and giving the support
man,
back to you.
always enjoy
And
it.
again, if you guys are interested, go to fishreveal.com, and you can definitely see the differences and get them through the app at Android and iPhone. So again, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate the support. Fish more, catch more, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Thanks, guys.